All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol JE, Just Energy Group Inc. And before I jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all my subscribers, welcome back. And let's jump in to this ticker symbol GE here at Just Energy Group Inc. So this was actually a request from one of the subscribers and viewers, and I'm gladly here to go ahead and give you what I'm seeing based off the charts. That's what you've asked me. So I'm going to do an analysis for you to pay close attention to this stock for the next coming days. And also, I'm going to give you my honest opinion. So I like to do research in many different places, but this is one article that really stood out to me. And it talks about Just Energy a little bit and how they used to do their sales and how their structure of business was and how they have to do a reorganization towards the company and their strategy and so forth for this year. But something that is very standing out to me is how it says investors should scratch this one off their penny stocks watch list for good. And then also it says that they're going to do obviously the reverse stock split, and however it's still worth far less than the current share price is going for. Well, this was actually published a couple days before the split happened, and here we are with it happening and basically saying that it's even going to be worth less than that. And I know this was a penny stock below $1 at one point, and now it's above due to the reverse split so that it does not get delisted. So this is not a company that is actually in bankruptcy yet, but it's also getting close to it because reorganization of the company and recapitalization and so forth is the closest thing to getting a bankruptcy. So they talk about it here as well in this article, but this is the closest thing to it. They haven't reached it. Another thing too, their debt to equity ratio. Their long-term debt is over $1 billion and their shareholders' equity is less than 1/3 of $1 billion in negative. It's literally 1/3 less of $1 billion negatively from zero downwards. So they're negative 1/3 of $1 billion. It's not even that they're 1/3 of $1 billion and they're 2/3 away from their long-term debt. So right now they are in massive long-term debt, and with the reverse split coming up and everything, their shareholders' equity is below zero, negative 0.3 billion. So those are some things that I see as a red flag for this company. I'm not sure if the restructuring is going to bring this one back up to newer highs and newer levels. And a lot of people also don't want to understand this, but something that anticipated this run is the fact that there was going to be a split. So we're a little bit below right now what it was before the anticipation of the split, and we reached highs here of $26. I mean, this is the valuation after the split, but before the split this was maybe in the cents range, closer to $1. I'm not quite sure right now, but one thing to do and see in this chart is that the run happened before the split, and as the split came closer, you could see that it started going lower and lower. Now, the good news is this is not a bankrupt company just yet, but you could see it everywhere and also hear how their earnings are expected to be close to zero, and their actual earnings have actually been pretty bad in the last couple of quarters of last year and beginning this year, and we're going to see what quarter 2 and 3 brings for us, and it's coming up in November. That's another great way to see where this company stands and what's going on. Is the restructuring actually going to help? And then you come down here and the blue bar is their revenue. So their revenue is still up, but their net income is actually negative. It's negative in the last couple of years. So 2016, 2017, and their profit margin was great and it fell, and it's been negative for the last 2 years. And I can only imagine how it's been for 2020. And you go here and their performance, 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, year to date has been in negative performance and percentage rise in the red. The technicals here say to sell, But I do a lot of research off of a lot of different locations. I just kind of wanted to share that article. I'm just showing what this shows. So any investor that's interested or sees GE ticker symbol as an opportunity, do your due diligence, do your research, check out all these places and even more, and then you rationalize as an investor yourself what is best or what you think is worth, because this could be a shot. I mean, the lowest point that it's reached in the last couple of days is close to $4 and some change. And to be exact, let me zoom in here so we can see that number, because I really want to share this with every investor. 429. So if this goes below 429, that is something to pay very close attention to how this stock is doing and what is going on and how quickly is it moving closer to newer lows and newer support levels. Again, this split and reverse split was to stop the stock from going below $1. It's above $1 again, and this is not a bankrupt company just yet, but it is pretty much in the hole. Their profits have gone down, their net income has gone down, and also their revenue has stayed slightly up, but there's just no profit margin right now going on. So the company is, getting revenue in, but the cost of everything is costing them more. And also their shareholders' equity is not in the right direction. So there's an opportunity for this to go back up if they do have a great restructuring plan and it can steadily grow and rise up again, and they come up with an effective plan to start building revenue. But not just revenue as they're doing right now, but profit margin. That's where their biggest issue is right now, that they're not profiting and they have large debt for the coming years. Now, this is a big corporation, so this isn't no little mom and pops, down the corner or family owned business. This is a big corporation based out in Canada for electric and utilities, but they were doing things a little differently than usual. And it was a very pushy type of system, I guess, after reading that article about business, door-to-door sales and stuff. And now they restructured everything and they're trying to figure out how can they do this to be profitable, because that's their biggest issue right now. They have a great plan, they have a great product, they have a great service, but they're not becoming profitable. And profit is what's also going to make this stock rise and the company rise and grow over time. So you have to pay close attention to this. And let's just talk about now in the short term. I was talking a little broad there so that we can have an idea of what is going on with this company. So down here at $4.30, $4.30, if that starts to drop below that, I'd be concerned and I'd pay very close attention to how this stock is reacting. Now, more closer and narrowed in, 497 is our support level. That's what the bears want to break through. We are in bearish territory below the 50-day moving average, and the 50-day moving average is $5.24. So that's something to keep in mind as well. So if the bears cross 497, this could be on its way down to newer lows. I'd pay very close attention to the behavior even up here on how this stock is acting because of the volatility that it's been having and where it's at and where could it continue to be heading. So keep that in mind. Now, for the bulls, they need to break through the highest point in this recovery here and slightly breaking through the 50-day moving average. And the bulls are going to want to break through the first resistance that can get them up further away from the 50-day moving average in an upward direction and newer highs is 592. The bulls need to turn 592 into a support and break through from there to newer resistance levels and newer highs. I hope this video was helpful and informative to all investors and viewers interested in GE, or also not quite sure if this is a good investment or what they were trying to consider about it. I hope that with the information, the articles, and also me enlightening you guys on that information about the debt that this company has and the restructuring. It's not bankrupt yet. There's probably an opportunity to restructure and grow again, but they really need to come up with a profitable system. That's one of the things they're having issues with right now based off of the little bit that I've seen. Obviously, do your due diligence, do your research, and you'll be able to rationalize as investors. If you feel encouraged or inclined to subscribe, please do so. And don't forget to click on the bell by turning on all notifications to not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. And don't forget the like button so that you can let me know you watched this video. Hit the like button so I know and can be notified that you watched it. And that's a great way for Google and their analytics to share my video to more people so more investors can be informed and well equipped for the next trading days. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.